Good morning and welcome back. Today is a really busy day. It's one of those days where I don't know if we're gonna get everything done, but we're definitely gonna try. I'm gonna get a roast going in the oven because I'm gonna let that cook all day, and then me and the boys are gonna get out to the garden. I went out there and just like walked by and noticed that our green beans are ready to be picked. So we are gonna be picking green beans today and then washing jars so we can hopefully start processing within the next day or two. I have not been out to my garden in a hot minute. My son put a fake snake in there and absolutely terrified me. So I'm sure there's going to be tons of stuff that needs picking and fixing and all the things. So I thought it would be fun to take you guys along with me.
Now, if you're anywhere like up here in the mountains, fall decor has just poured into the stores and onto the shelf already. But we are still in the full swing of summer here on the homestead. We still have produce that's coming in and canning that we have to get done. So when I see all the fall on the shelf, it just reminds me how lucky I am that we have produce and herbs still coming in from the garden.
I want to show you guys, when my uncle passed away, I got his house. And his family chose to leave everything in the house, and he was a truck driver for, oh my goodness, so many years, as long as I can remember since I was a child. And the house is an old farmhouse, and as I was going through his and his wife's clothing, I found this. And they had smoked in the house for a really long time, but I soaked it, and I think I got all the stains out. But it's the cutest thing I think I've ever seen. I'm going to put a patch right here. But oh my goodness, I think this is so cute. I'll definitely have to take you guys up there to see the house. We work on it a little bit at a time, remodeling. So yeah, I'll take you guys up there and we'll do a full house tour because I want you guys to see what it looks like before and after each project that we do. So that'll be fun. That'll be for another video, but I just thought this was adorable.
Up through October, we are still pretty busy here on the homestead trying to clear the garden and prepare the soil for the season to come, and just still preserving, canning all the things that has poured in from the garden. We do that up into October, and honestly, we just put some stuff back in the freezer and can in January and February. Winter is our slower months here on the homestead, and that's when we are able to kind of slow down, get canning done that we haven't been able to get done through the summer, and just all of the things. Beef is one of the things that we actually ran out of this year, and I was kind of surprised. We typically buy a half of a cow, and we have learned this year that as a family of 6, that's just not enough for us anymore. As our boys get older, we have become a family who is going to need a whole beef each year. We did butcher our pig, and that has kept us pretty well stocked. We're probably going to do another 1 or 2 of those in the fall this year. There is nothing like being able to walk out to your freezer and getting a piece of meat for dinner and just knowing that this meat was something that you raised and had processed because you know how it was fed, how it was treated. And that is the whole purpose of today's video, from garden to table or from land to table. I love knowing that our produce has come from our garden, and we know that it wasn't sprayed with chemicals and all the things, so we know it exactly is going into our body. And that's just so important now these days. You have all of these news articles and things coming out where people are getting diseased and parasites and all these things because you don't know where your food is coming from or what was done to it. And so that is a big reason that we wanted to start homesteading, raising a garden, teaching our children that it's important to know where your food does come from on a daily basis and what was used to help grow your produce. Going out to the garden, I did find several green tomatoes, and my husband absolutely loves fried green tomatoes, which I did not know up until a few years ago. It kind of shocked me, but he requested that for dinner one day this week, so I got those prepped. Speaking of fried green tomatoes, my favorite movie to this day is Fried Green Tomatoes. So much so that if my husband knows that if me and him ever had a daughter, that her name would be Ruth, and he's okay with that. He loves the movie just as much as me. Anytime that we go to a garage sale or estate sale or anything like that and we see a copy, we always pick up an extra copy of that movie in case it is damaged over the years. I think we have maybe 3 copies of that, which is pretty funny. It's a thing between me and him. On busy days like today, I feel like it is nonstop. I just go, go, go. But I appreciate these busy days because they're usually filled with things that really matter. I'm reminded the life that we're building takes time and effort and a whole lot of love. And by the end of the days, like today, I'm tired, but it's a kind of tired that I'm just really grateful for, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. I have said this multiple times this year, but I'm so devastated over my tomato plants. They just took forever to begin to turn. I had humongous big green tomatoes all summer long, and I have just started picking them to try to set them in the sun for them to actually turn. And they have this dark brown splits on the tops, and I don't know if that is just disease or where I have found so many green hornworms on them, but it has just been so devastating. I'm going to have to probably just purchase from a local farm this year to do our tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, and all of our tomato products. When we are not able to provide the produce and meat for the year, I love shopping local. I love going to a farmer's market. It is one of my absolute favorite things to do, and just supporting local means so much. I worked for a restaurant for a long time, and we always got our produce local, and it means so much. This is one of those things that I'm hoping this year we are going to fix, is our landscaping. And then I'm hoping to take this off, make these steps wider, and then concrete all the way down, because we had this new addition put on, and so all the other little projects have just kind of been on the back burner. So hopefully landscaping will come this fall. Once I got back inside today, the meat had just filled the house with some really good aromas, and it was just so tender. I went ahead and started my sides because what I've learned over the years is that if you get your meat going and it's done by the end of the day, your sides come together so quickly. So I'm going to pair tonight's dinner with some roasted potatoes with fresh herbs and some fresh green beans from the garden. And I love to add bacon grease to whatever I'm cooking pretty much. It just adds a really good smoky flavor. And I keep that out on my shelf because I just go through it so quickly that it doesn't go bad. But for our roasted potatoes, I'm going to coat them in some avocado oil and just season them really well. I'm going to put some fresh herbs on them, and they will be absolutely delicious. I put these in the oven at 400 for about 20 minutes and then flipped them halfway through and did probably another 10 or 15 more minutes just until they're really nice and golden and crispy. Dinner tonight was absolutely delicious, and I was very thankful that it came together quickly. Well, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of content, I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.